Hello and welcome. My name is Gene, and today we're just going to move ourselves through a little bit of a hip mobility-centric practice, moving between some internal and external hip rotation to observe what that space is conveying to you. So, starting yourself off on your mat, you'll probably want it facing in this long ways style, similar to how you'd see on your screen from my mat. Blocks and blanket within reach as the knees fan out to a butterfly shape to start. Engage with the surface level impressions of your shape, whether you've got the heels closer to the tailbone for a more pronounced angle, or sliding the feet out toward that front edge of your mat, something a little more diamond shape. The body can take on any form that feels most conducive to you here. As you breathe in, press into the earth with your sit bones. And then exhale, shoulders softening from the spine, creating that open rib cage, that open heart. Take another breath in. And another breath out. Engaging with your thoughts and the brain, any particular lingering feelings from before you rolled out your mat, carving this time out for yourself. Acknowledge the feelings, acknowledge the thoughts, especially in anything hip-centric. Emotions might tend to rise up a little more potently into the body's perspective. Good. If you have a word, a focus, something that you want to be incorporated for this practice, something akin to an intention or sankalpa, nice time to make it known in your heart. Mobility practices can certainly be a mixed sensation in the body. A practice of investigation that might create information you don't necessarily feel comfortable knowing. Mobility practices connect you to the aspect of mortality that we all share, knowing that this body that we live in might eventually soften, atrophy with time, but the atrophy is the inevitable thing in all creatures. So indeed, honoring that celebratory spirit in what your body does for you today, and giving gratitude always. Take just another 2 more breaths here to anchor in. Taking a breath in, you're just going to turn your neck towards your right side, keeping your legs in that butterfly shape. And then exhale, chin drops down onto your right shoulder. Taking 5 breaths here just to stretch out that left side of the neck a little bit. As ever, hands where you wish them to be. Breathe in and breathe out. Another 3 more breaths. Good job. Take an inhale, pressing the chin gently off the right shoulder, and then exhale, gaze redirects back to the center of your space. Take a couple of neck circles to the right ear to right shoulder, Chin skates across the surface of your collar just to get the left ear to the left shoulder. And the neck releases back behind you if it feels comfortable. One more circle for you here. Good. On your next inhale, back at center, gaze turns to the left shoulder now. And then exhale, dropping your chin softly on your left shoulder, your left collar space. Another 5 breaths here. Observe again the thoughts in your brain. What feels good to hold? What feels good to release? 2 more breaths. Good job. Now taking an inhale, chin releases from the left shoulder. Just to exhale, gaze returns, point of focus, Tristi to center. Another 2 breaths, taking a couple neck circles to the left, moving at your pace again. Maybe your breathing is a little fast right now and you want to take a 3rd circle here. Always valid. Really moving through the neck just to notice any spaces where you might feel tension, stiff. The neck muscle's a little sticky just from looking at one place for a fixed point in time. But when you come back to center, inhale, hands now move under the legs, closing you out of that nice long butterfly. And then exhale, lengthening the legs to those far corners of the mat. Shake the body out in your straddle. Once you've allowed a bit of time to rebound the legs, just gonna take a moment in this straddle. Think of inhaling, flexing so that your toes are pointed to the sky. And then exhale, just relaxing in the feet. We'll do that another couple more times. Breathe in, flex the toes, flex the feet. And then exhale to relax. Good. One more time. Breathe in to flex. Breathe out to soften. Now holding this next flex for a couple breaths, breathe in, flex the feet, lifting through your abdomen, allowing your core space just a little bit of heat here. Think of engaging through your inner hip rotators all the way down to your ankles. Breathe. Nice and long, 2 more breaths, abdomen lifted. Good job. One more breath in. And then relaxing everything as you guide one leg at a time toward that center space in your mat. Shake it all out. Drink some water in any ways you need. Now as you're here, take another breath in. Bending the knees. And then as the knees get close, as your feet get close, bring your hands back so that your fingertips are facing the body, palms on the mat. And then heel toe your feet away from each other just to bring the knees knock-kneed inward. Take another inhale here. And then exhale, leaning back now. So as I will turn to face your perspective, you're basically going all the way down to your forearms. Your torso is somewhat comfortably spaced between the bent elbows, palms of the hands still on the ground. Take a breath in here. And then exhale, just starting to tip the legs side to side a couple times. Just releasing through that hip space, feeling the body soften into each bit of movement. One more breath here. job. Take an inhale, pressing into your palms as you come back up. And then on the exhale, tip your legs to the right side of your space. You've got that left inner thigh moving somewhat toward the ground. This is called your deer pose or your 90-90 stretch. So, a couple things. You can take a blanket, set that blanket underneath the right outer leg, just for some cushion. You can send that blanket more underneath the left inner leg, as well as that right ankle, just to get a little comfort there. But you're thinking about reaching down toward the mat with your left sit bone. Sole of the right foot is against the top of the left thigh. Take a breath here. And then another inhale. On the exhale, looking over your right shoulder, nice and slow, taking a neck twist here. About the extent of your deer pose today, just focusing a little on the neck with that twisting. Think of keeping your torso facing that front right edge of your mat. But it is your neck that you can look with, follow your gaze. Holding here for just another minute and a half. Breathe. Gravity and time will help you eventually sit back more on that left sit bone. If you would like some contact, you can always take a block with you and set it under the left gluteal chain of muscles. That can give you that corporeal sensation, feeling the ground against you, feeling a surface against you. Take another minute here and breathe. If the thoughts in your brain are becoming jumbled and trying to pick up the pace to make up for the stillness, come back to the intention you set for your mat today. Celebrating what the body does today, knowing that it is always evolving. Whether in the spring of your life, the summer, or autumn, or any other measurement of time, this is what your body wants to do today. And then if you have a block underneath your left sit bone, inhale, remove the block from underneath. And then exhale, undo your twists in the neck just to face that same direction as your right bent leg. Take an inhale, shifting back, hands find the ground, just so that you gently unstack the legs. And then exhale, tip them now to your left side, bringing any props again with you. Blanket goes underneath either that left outer leg or the right inner leg and the left ankle. Block can come with you again if you want for that right sit bone. As you're here for 2 minutes, take your time anchoring in. If you'd like that neck twist, breathe in, nice long spine, heart lifts up. And breathe out, looking to your left side, deer pose. lifted, heart facing. Still that left leg, the neck is as before, doing the twisting for you. Just about at the halfway point. Nice work. Taking another 5 more breaths here. Big inhale through the nose, really using up all of the lung space that you have. And then exhale side out through the mouth. Another 4 more. Breathe in. And breathe out. 3 more breaths at your pace. Good job. Starting now with, if you use the block, inhale, remove the block from underneath your sit bone. And then exhale, undo the twist in your neck just to face that front left corner. Inhale, hands again come back behind, fingertips toward the body as you bring the knees back together. And then just like before, exhale, lengthening the legs out to the sides in a straddle. Shake it out, drink some water if you have need. So we did ourselves butterfly. You had a deer. Butterfly focused more on your external hip rotation. Deer pose focuses on a combination of the two, both external and internal hip rotation. So, with those movements set in the self, make some space on your mat and choose a side, either one. You're just gonna send the legs to that side so that your back long way is on your mat. And come all the way down. Palms of the hands against the ground. Just for that grounding energy, take a couple breaths here. Going to do a little bit more with the hips before settling into your final shape. But really feeling that lengthening sensation all throughout the hip plate, the pelvic plate. Your hip flexors might be talking to you a little bit. What are they telling you now? But taking an inhale, you're just going to lengthen that left leg against the mat in line with your hip. And then exhale, right knee bends with your foot on the mat itself. Take an inhale, right hand comes out to the side, left hand reaches over your body, and then fingertips skating across your right leg surface. Exhale as you guide that right leg over the left side, taking a hip-centric twist. Now you're welcome to take your eyes and look at your right hand just to deepen the twist a little bit more. And then if it feels good, you can also bend that left knee underneath with your right hand grabbing the foot. This form of a twist can be really nice if you have some sciatica or lower back pain. Take another 2 minutes here. A little bit more internal hip rotation focus. As you are using that left hand to help coax your inner right hip more toward the body. Take another 5 big breaths here. Nice work. If you grabbed at that left foot, take another breath in here. And then exhale, releasing the left foot just so that the leg lengthens with the hip. Breathing in your right leg, get some assistance from the left hand back to center, foot on the mat. And then exhale, lengthening your right leg back down, taking a corpse pose. Rebound yourself here for a few moments. Breathe. It's that time to process whatever it is that your legs might be telling you. Your inner hip rotator on the right side. Maybe even your left hip flexor, as grabbing your left foot can be a nice way to stretch out that leg underneath, at least the hip flexor portion of it. So when those thoughts have passed and you've noticed what you need to, take a breath in through the nose and then breathing out. It's now the left knee that bends, sole of the foot finds the mat. Left palm, inhale, comes down to the side, right arm reaches over the body, and then right fingers on the left leg surface. Exhale, skim that left leg across the body, taking your twist. Again, feel free to turn your neck toward your left hand if you'd like a little more twistiness. And then when you feel stable in your shape, you can always bend that right knee, reach the left hand down to grab the right foot. Now that right leg does not have to touch the ground. You can even think of resting your left foot along the surface of your right thigh if that feels comfortable. As again, it's just whatever feels most conducive in your space. You are doing great. Take another 5 more breaths here. Observe what your body has been communicating in this hip-based twist. Just finding those places of softness where your body can acquiesce the need to control, which can in itself serve as an aligned intention for your practice today. Hip mobility, even any mobility in the body overall, can remind us that we try to have some control over what we do and how we do things. And while we can most certainly train the body with regimens and programs and plans, time will ultimately help you move in those mindful and safe ways. So just like before, take another breath in through the nose here. And then exhale, releasing the right foot, turning your eyes back to the ceiling if you looked away. Inhale, right hand gently helps that left leg back to center, left foot on the mat. And then exhale, left leg comes all the way down, taking a corpse pose. Rebound here. Just noticing all of those changes in the body. What's it carrying? What's it releasing? As you are in the final shape, this is your Savasana. This is the place of rest and reflection. Just a few postures today to allow you that exploration of what your hip space is telling you, what the mobility in your hip region is communicating. Take those ponderings with you as you remember your breath, honor your heartbeats, leave behind any tension, any stiffness you might have felt, especially as we carry quite a bit of stiffness in the hips and lower back. Your body might have been talking a little more potently today. So we'll rest here, take a few moments, enjoy your Savasana, and thank you so much for all that you do on and off of your mat. I'll bring you back shortly. begin gently guiding yourself back to this plane. Be gracious with your return as you offer a breath in through the nose, feeling the air encapsulate itself within the space of your lungs. All to breathe it out through the nose, sigh or yawn through the mouth, directing that controlled air back out to the universe from whence it came. The motion of breath sparks motion in the fingertips and toes as you wiggle them softly. Motion that then expands itself. The wrists and ankles circling. The neck tipping side to side once or twice. And the body offering any movements for you that honor and strengthen your return to this corporeal plane. And when you feel like you are sufficiently planted back in your space, you are welcome to end your practice in your conjured savasana, that place that you chose to reside in for your rest. Or maybe you want to meet back in a seat of your choosing. Sit bones planted as you gently arrive in a ceiling shape, resonated through the arms, legs, and eyes. It all brings you back to your focus, your intention, that element of your practice that you wanted to spend time with that could have served as a through line for your journey today. This practice, more hip mobility centric, moving through some inner and outer hip rotation, is a reminder that we have this one form, this one self, that moves us through the world. Taking time to notice how the body moves can help us move in the future in safe and kind ways. So may you always move with kindness. May you always be kind to yourself. And with that, it has been my humble, happy honor to have shared this practice with you today as you shared it with me. Thank you for trusting me to guide you on your journey with your mat, and may you always live this life in your authentic way, bringing your shine and radiance to this beautiful planet that we share. The luminosity in me cherishes, respects, and will always celebrate the luminous, blooming heart in each of you. Shanti. Namaste. Thank you so much for making time for yourself always. Oh, it's a joy whenever we get to cross paths, even if it's a screen from each other. That energy transfers in my book, and I'm so thankful that you chose to take a part of your day and spend it with myself. So until we meet each other on our mats again someday, namaste.